Hey, everybody. I don't know if anybody's going to join. I just decided to try to go live for the first time. See what happens. I'm doing some listing because I went to an auction today, an 8-hour auction. So I'm listing some of the things that I got. If you show up, great. If you don't, no problem. We're going to see how this goes. See if anybody shows up. Hey, how are you? I didn't think anybody would show up. I'm just trying this out for the fun of it. How are you doing tonight? And am I yelling? I'm sorry. I'm a little hyped up today. I was saying when I first started the stream before anybody, oh, you got a notification. Cool. I went to an auction today and it was 8 hours long. I'm exhausted, but I'm wired too. So I'm listing some of the items that I got today. And I was sitting here doing that. I thought, why not go live just to check out going live? Because I've never done that before. So anyhow, that's what I'm doing. How's the sound? Am I yelling? Because I feel like I'm yelling. If I'm yelling, tell me, please. I've got to learn this stuff. What did I buy? Gosh, what didn't I buy? I filled my car. A lot of stuff that's kind of weird, you know. I'm not sure how well it's going to sell, but it was cheap, you know. Okay, I don't know if you go to auctions, but if I go to auctions, even if it's something that I'm like, I don't really want that, if nobody else is buying it, I'll buy it if I can get it for 50 cents or $1. So that's what I did today. A lot of that. But I got a whole bunch, what I'm listing right now. I got a whole bunch of bowling patches, vintage bowling patches. These are from the 70s. And they're women's bowling. This was a auction of a couple that have passed away in the last year. And so it was a lot of items like that. And she was an avid bowler. And so I got a whole bunch of WIBC patches. I'm in Kansas, by the way. I'll give that away. Bunch of Kansas State BPA patches. And hang on. A whole bunch of Kansas WBA patches, whole bunch. And I'm listing them as a lot by division. So all of the WB or KWBA patches are one lot. All of the WIBC are one lot, and all the Kansas BPAs are going to be one lot. There's a lot listed, but not very many solds on eBay. So I'm going to list them on eBay, see what happens. I also have an antique booth here in town. I just started it at the first of the month. So if they don't sell on eBay in a couple of weeks or so, then I'll move them over to the booth. And since they're Kansas related for the most part, maybe I'll have better luck selling them there. I don't know. Actually, I probably will cross post because that's what I've been doing, listing both on eBay and putting them in the antique booth and praying that if they sell in the antique booth, I get the listing pulled off of eBay before it sells on eBay. I'm lucky that the booth, the antique mall that I belong to has an online presence, and whenever something sells that's mine, I get a notification. So it's pretty quick and easy that I can get the listing removed off of eBay if something sells. In fact, the direct opposite happened today, where I was at the auction. I got a notification that I sold something on eBay. I knew that I had the item over in the antique mall which happens to be next door to the auction house. So I ran over to the antique mall really fast, grabbed the ceramic pig mug that had sold and pulled it off the shelf before anybody could buy it. I think it's going to burn me sooner or later, but I'll deal with that when it happens. Small town, so even if I'm at home and I need to go pull something from the antique mall if they're open, it's 8 blocks away. Easy peasy. Now, if I'm out of town, I actually really know the owner of the antique mall really well, so I can probably call her and she'll grab it out of my booth before it has a chance to double sell. Again, the odds of something like that happening are really low because I sell a lot of vintage items that are kind of one-offs, things like that. So my sell-through rate or length of time for a sale is long on eBay. So hopefully it'll never happen. We'll see what happens. Were you on live last night? I fell asleep beforehand. Who's live? Because I watch a lot of different lives. Thank you. I hope that they sell for me too. I bought all of these patches for $1. And there's more stuff, actually, I haven't even gotten to yet. I don't know if you can see them, but it's a whole bunch of bowling pins. So, yeah, all those were $1. So, oh, lobster. Yeah, I was on there. I did not stick around for the whole thing either. I'm on some new medication, and I got very sleepy and achy. And I went to bed. Probably, gosh, I don't know. The last of the stream that I watched, they were talking about, what were they talking about? Oh, sex toys. They were talking about sex toys. That's the last part that I saw. I kind of was like, yeah, I'm done. I was getting tired and achy anyhow. But let's see, what else did I get? Oh, if you don't mind, I'm going to grab, this is my store back here. I've got the light off. I normally have this light on up here, but it's glaring into the camera if I have it on. So I'll show you some of the other things because I really got some cool stuff. Yeah, I'll sing to you while I'm walking away. Where did I put all of the stuff I got? Well, here's some of it. This is some of this is my true love. When it comes to vintage items, I am a sucker for anything uranium glass. Actually, let me get my uranium or my black light and see if you can see it on here. It'll be a good test. But I got 6 of these sherbet glasses. They're made by the Federal Company. And you can kind of tell it glows because it's radioactive. I love uranium glass. It's not showing up really well on the camera, but it glows. Anyhow, I got 6 of these. And then this is not the one I meant to grab. One second. There it is. Oh, good. I'm glad you can see the glow. And then I got this ashtray, and it's uranium glass as well. I actually didn't think it was uranium glass when I got it, but it is. It really glows. Oh, yeah, you can eat out of them. It's a very, very minute amount of radiation. I mean, if it was anything dangerous, they wouldn't be able to sell it. That being said, there are certain countries that you can't sell uranium glass to. They will stop it at customs and say they destroy it because it's a hazardous material. So, okay, they say you can eat off of it. If you want to eat off of it, great. I use it for display. But I love this ashtray. I think it's so pretty. And the fact that it glows was just, the cherry on top for me. I didn't take my blacklight flashlight with me. I always do, and I had forgotten it this morning. it was a rough morning trying to get to the auction on time. And then I got this ashtray, which, man, it is heavy. It's over 2 pounds. And it is a Tiara by Indiana Glass. But again, it's pretty now. It is not uranium glass. It doesn't glow. But I still think it's really pretty. So I got those things. I've already got them listed. I got home a little after 6 o'clock this evening. And outside of grabbing a microwave burrito for supper, I've been listing and having a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot to list. I still have a ton to list that's still in the other room. I haven't even brought into my storeroom yet. Let me put these back real quick. Gotta put them back where they belong so that my inventory system isn't all messed up. Okay, let's see. What else did I? Oh, I got a bunch of VHS tapes and CDs and cassette tapes, mainly country music. I listed the cassette tapes in a lot just for a few dollars. See if they sell. And then the DVDs the DVDs, I haven't gotten to the VHS yet. The DVDs that I got, I'm just going to put in my booth because they're not worth anything on eBay. They're not worth the fees. They'd be selling for like $2-3 each. So I'm just going to put them in my antique booth for 50 cents each. The whole box was $1. I'm good. Hey, Candy, thanks for joining. I'm just kind of playing around because I've never done a live before. So I'm really glad to see you. Thank you. I was telling everybody that I had gone to an auction today. It was an all-day auction, and now I'm listing all of those things. But I'm not getting any listing done. I'm just gabbing around, speed talking because I'm slowing myself down on purpose. I am Chatty Cathy today, and it's new meds. I got put on new meds for a medical issue that I have, and I just started taking them Thursday evening, and I can't stop talking. Literally, I was talking to total strangers at the auction house today, like I've known them my entire life. And I was basically telling them my life story. They were all great about it. And I apologized later, but I mean, I would just go up to somebody, make an offhand comment like, oh, that's a pretty whatever that they had just bought. And the next thing I know, it's 10 minutes later and I haven't shut up. I just keep talking. And that's not me. I mean, I am a talker, but not like that. And I know it's the meds. They also make me extremely happy, so I'm not complaining. I like that. Let's see here. I showed you the bowling patches, which I know are kind of boring, but they'll bring in a little bit of money. And I showed you the uranium glass. Give me 1 second, and I'll grab a few other things that I purchased. Lobster walks away from his camera all the time, so I guess I can too. Oh, that's a heavy one. Now these, they're heavy. By the way, if you guys need any good bags to haul things in, these IKEA bags are the bomb. These are the bomb. And they're cheap. These big ones that I use these to take my packages to the post office every day. They're like $3. Cheap. Happy and talkative, I like. Thank you, Candy. I appreciate it. All right. So, I haven't even really looked at these, but again, they were so cheap. Oh, gosh, they're whole, or this one's whole. I ended up with a whole crock. Oval, hang on a minute, I don't want to drop the lid. Oval crock. And like I said, I was buying stuff at the auction that people weren't bidding on. So I was getting things for like 50 cents. you can't turn stuff down for 50 cents. So anyhow, I didn't even know when I bought it. It says whole, which I love whole items. So that's very cool. It's got the lighter rim around it. I don't know if it's got a size on it. It doesn't. But these are things that I'm going to put in my antique booth because I don't want to ship them. I ship enough fragile items. With the weight of these two, that's going to be cost prohibitive on the shipping. So it's just easier to put them in the antique booth. I keep wanting to say craft booth for some reason. I used to be a crafter. I used to craft like crazy. In fact, this channel, if you look at the original URL, the real URL for this, it's youtube.com/onecraftychick, because that is who I used to be on YouTube. And instead of starting a new channel, I just changed my name to Vintage Baby by Gina when I started reselling. That's also why I have as many subscribers as I do, and nobody watches my videos. Because most of my subscribers are from back when I was One Crafty Chick, and they don't give a darn about reselling. But let's see here. I actually got a couple of Crocs. This one is not whole, but it's the same style. Another brown Croc. Needs to be cleaned up. But again, for the craft booth, I was going to say there's no maker's mark. There is, but it's so faint I can't tell what it says. But anyhow, again, another good piece for the craft booth. I said it, didn't I? The antique booth. Oh, my Lord. And then I got a bowl. She liked brown, the lady. This one is marked too. What does it say? Anybody else have to take their glasses off to read things? I do. Marcrest Stoneware. Marcrest Stoneware. Anyhow, it's a really good mixing bowl. Good size. I might end up keeping this. I don't know yet. Yeah, antiques can be crafty. You're right. And finally, another bowl. And it is another Marquest. What did I say it was? Marcrest, not Marquest. Oh, I just noticed this bowl that I just showed you is cracked and has been repaired. Again, like I said, I didn't spend hardly any money on these, so I'm okay with that. And this bowl has a couple of chips. A lot of people aren't going to care about a couple of chips. The crack's a little different, but so anyhow, this is the other bowl, but I'm getting some glare from my light. There's a couple of chips there. Again, not a big deal when you're dealing with old things like this. As long as you disclose the damage and don't surprise the buyer with it. And again, these are all going to be going in my booth. I'm just going to say booth because I started to say craft booth again. They're going to go in my booth, so they'll see the any type of damage. Yeah, they're still pretty, Candy. Definitely. That's the thing. You know, a lot of people buy these and they just set them on a shelf. Okay, so they can buy this bowl that's got a crack in it, sit it on a shelf with the crack towards the wall. A lot of people would be perfectly fine with that. So let me get these back in my IKEA bag. I guess I should have titled this video, this live, instead of listing. I should have said show and tell because I think that's all I'm going to be doing tonight. I don't mind. I like showing off the stuff that I got. It's always fun. All right. 1 second. Okay. this is the last load, I swear, and most of them's just VHS tapes that are going to go straight into my booth. But, oh, yeah, something else that I've already listed. I'll show you because I think it's really neat. Where did I put it? I put it somewhere. There it is. Okay. You might not find this neat. I like this stuff, and it also evokes a memory for me. So it's special in that way, even though I did list it already on eBay. Things might be special to me, but I can enjoy them until they sell. Anyhow, this, trying to get the light a little bit. This is a vintage. Okay, wait a minute. If you guys are youngins, you tell me what this is. Any ideas? It cranks. It's got a hole here. You guys may not know what this is if you're young at all. If you're younger than I am. Yes, you got it right. Okay, I have to ask because I've been skirting it ever since I started this live and you showed up. Is it Celestine? Celestine? Can you give me an idea? Because I've tried to figure it out for a few weeks now, ever since I met you. Tell me how to pronounce your name. Anyhow, this is a vintage pencil sharpener. First, now I don't remember what I said. Celestine? Is that right? Like Celestine? Anyhow, this is a vintage pencil sharpener. It is made by the company Abec or ABEC, and I can't find anything on them other than, I mean, I can find the company, but Celestine. Yes? Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I'll fix it, and I'll try to remember it. I'm old. My memory is not all that good. But anyhow, I got this for two reasons. Number one, I knew it would sell for more than I paid for it. Number two, it's almost identical to one that my dad had in his woodworking shop. And I can remember so many times having to go downstairs into the basement to his, okay, I got it right, good, to his woodworking shop to sharpen my pencil so I could do my homework. And it just, I saw it and I fell in love with it. And I had to have it. But being a reseller, I'm probably not going to keep it, but I'm going to enjoy looking at it until it sells. You had it, you did. Okay. I don't know anymore. What, I mean, the kids today have a totally different world than what I had. I'm in my mid-50s, and it's just, I just never know if they even use pencils anymore. So, because I mean, I didn't use pencils in high school or even junior high. We always used pens, but in grade school, we used pencils for everything. So, they have fancy pencils now? Really? Who knew? I'll have to check that out. How are they fancy? But anyhow, so I've listed this. I think I paid like $4 for it, and I've listed it for, here, hang on a second. I can tell you exactly what I listed it for. Manage active listings. I do have my eBay up. I was planning on listing. But I also was planning on nobody showing up for this. So I'm very thankful that you guys did. You made my night. Oh, we called those mechanical pencils. Yeah, we did have those, but in grade school we had to use number 2 yellow pencils. Had to. That was the only kind we could use. Number 2 yellow pencils. Conestoga might have been the brand. Can't remember. Yeah, no, actually I paid $2 for the pencil sharpener, and I've got it listed for $45. I'm also running a 50% off sale, so 25, 20 to 50, something like that. I do that. I run pretty constant sales on my store, and I adjust the prices accordingly. Because a lot of people like seeing that they're getting something on sale. Might sound a little backhanded, a little dirty, but it works, and I'm not doing anything wrong. They're getting the item for the price they want to pay. I also take offers, so, I'm not locked into it, but it always looks good to see, oh, hey, I'm getting something for 50% off. It's a psychological thing. Hey, Chandra, how are you? Oh my gosh, I didn't expect one person to show up, and I've got 3. You guys are the best. You really are the best. Thank you. I appreciate your vote of approval on my pricing. Okay, let's see here. This is kind of a mess, and I haven't even really looked at it yet. It's a big old suitcase. But I didn't buy for the suitcase. In fact, the suitcase is falling apart. I got this for what's inside. I'm going to put it back down here before I drop it all. And I haven't researched it. Oh, somebody gave me a roll of tape for free too. Bonus. I can use it. I have not researched these at all yet. So I don't know whether I made a good deal or a bad deal. I know I can at least make my money back. I don't know whether I'll make any more yet. I'll research it when I'm ready to list them. And I got to do a little fix in here so that you can see what I got. But I got a whole bunch of vintage bingo cards. And you make up the cards with these little pieces of paper. Hang on. Gotta find them. You've got all these pieces of paper with numbers on them, and they make their own cards up. And then they play bingo with them. And I just thought they were really cool. These slide so that you can put the paper in there, the numbers in there. Did you have these as a kid? I'd never seen them before. I'm trying to see if there's a date on them. They're made by Ace. But anyhow, I've probably got about 20 of these cards, a bunch of the numbers, and then the other thing that I thought was cool in this set is that they put the extra numbers. Ooh, got a glare here. But the extra numbers and hang on. The markers, whoop, dropped one. The markers to store them into vintage Band-Aid tins. I mean, the actual tins. When I grew up, our Band-Aids were in these tins. And I thought, bonus, because I know these are worth some money. So, no brainer. I bought all of the bingo stuff. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pick up the piece that I dropped a second ago. Hang on. It rolled away. I have a 4-legged helper, and he's going to help himself to that piece if I don't find it. Well, oh, there it is. I found it. So anyhow, I decided I was basically getting 2 different items for the price of one. So, probably belonged to my grandma. Well, I could tell you who they belong to. I know the name of the person who passed away that we were selling this stuff for. I'll tell you why. And I'm not going to show them to you. I actually did know who it was because I'm from a small town. We all know each other. But when I was going through some DVDs earlier that I bought in a box lot, there were personal made DVDs of their wedding anniversaries and things like that. And I'm going to be returning those to the family. Definitely. I don't have any use for them, and I don't want to. I don't want to have them. They're none of my business. And I know the family just didn't realize they were in there with the DVDs. So going to be returning those to them on Monday. But anyhow, like I said, Got the bingo set. Got the Band-Aid tins. I mean, they're not high dollar. I don't even know if they're worth anything, but they got to be worth something. I spent $6 on the whole lot. So I have no doubt that I can get my money back. What price am I putting on the bingo set? I don't know because I haven't researched it yet. Like I was saying earlier, I just got home a few hours ago and I've been listing ever since I got home. Hadn't gotten to this stuff yet. Let me do a real quick search on eBay and see if there's anything like that. Vintage bingo cards. And sorry, I've got to take a drink really quick. Crayon apple. Fabulous stuff. Let's see here. Oh, here's some. Ooh. Okay, they're called Shutter Slide bingo cards, which I didn't know. Now I know. Here's a lot of 70, which I don't have 70 of them by any means, that sold for $75. So roughly $1 a piece. So yeah, I've got, let me count them real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, I thought I had about 20 of them. I've got 12 of them. But even if I just sold them for $12, and that the price that I'm looking at online doesn't include all of the numbers and the little circles, the markers. Even if I sold them for $1 a piece, I'm doubling my money. I will actually probably try to sell the set for $20 or $25. And while we're at it, let me just look up the Band-Aid tins. See if they're worth anything. I don't know. I should look this all up when I am at the auction, but these were kind of impulse buys towards the end of the auction. So I hadn't looked at them earlier and said, ooh, let me see how they are, and I'll decide whether I want to bid. It was more like, oh, I like that. Yeah, yeah, I'll bid. So, vintage Band-Aid metal tins. Yeah, I did okay. I think I can probably sell these two together for about $20. That's all right in my book. And they're easy to ship. Non-breakable. Yay! All right, so I did okay. Unfortunately, the small suitcase is trash. It is falling apart, so I'm just going to end up throwing it away. And I hate throwing away vintage things, but it's beyond hope. It is actually, though, you know what? I might keep it and use it in my antique booth. I said it right. Use it in my antique booth as decoration to set something on. Might do that rather than throw it away. I don't like throwing stuff away unless I absolutely have to. All right, let me get this latched together so I don't lose all the numbers out of the case. Okay. I really don't have that many things left, but this was another impulse buy. So I haven't looked it up yet. I don't even know what it is, but it was cool. I know it's a piece of surveying equipment, like when they're making roads and stuff. My dad worked for the Kansas Department of Transportation his whole life, so I'm familiar with these kinds of tools. But I've never seen one of these, and I think I was talking to a gentleman at the auction, and we were looking at it because we were trying to figure it out because it's so small, and he thinks that it was like an award given to somebody for like years of service type of thing, and it's not a real whatever it is, just a facsimile, a miniature. But I'll show it to you in the case first, and then I'll take it out of the case. It's still really cool, and it spoke to me because, again, my dad did this kind of thing. So anyhow, let me find my camera. I'm still learning, people. This is my first ever live. But anyhow, this is the item, and it's got a label here that says W&LE Girly Manufacturers of civil engineers and surveyors instruments, Troy, New York, established 1845. I have no idea how old this piece is, but and it's engraved right here, and it says W&L.E. Gurley, Troy, New York. But basically, it's got a bubble level right here, and it's actually still working. And then you're supposed to, I guess, look through here. I don't know. If my dad was still alive, he'd tell me exactly what this is, but I don't know. But I thought it was cool just because it's different. So, going to look that up. You want me to look it up now? I guess I can. Why not, right? Let's learn together. I have no idea how to look it up, but we're going to just look up W&L.E. Gurley and see if anything comes up. W&L.E. Gurley. It did pop right up. Wow. Okay. Let's see here. Oh my. Oh my. Of course, I have my search set to solds highest price to lowest price. So I'm looking at some really great prices, but they're not for this piece. $500, $600. Like, oh, that would be lovely if that was true. So let me scroll down and see if I can find anything that has sold like it. Oh, they made compasses too. How interesting. Antique W.L.E. Gurley Surveyor's Instrument Box. No, that's not quite right. Let's see if there's anything even similar. I paid $5 for this, I believe. 5 or 6. I could find out here in a second. Oh, actually, I think, yeah, let me look real quick. I don't know if you guys go to auctions, but we get our auctions, we get slips for everything we oh, I have another bag of stuff somewhere. I thought I was a little off. Level. Yeah, I spent $6 for it. Again, I bought it for the memory. It made me think of my dad. And my dad and I were extremely close. And he's been gone about 15 years now. So think of him every single day. I'm not finding anything like this in the solds. But looking at the prices for just, a compass from this company, $35, $40, $50, $60. I think what I may do, I don't know. You guys tell me. Philly Flippers in the house. Hey, how are you? It's my first live, and I didn't think anybody would show up, and now I've got 4 people in here. You guys are the best. I was just going to hit live and just go ahead and about my business and figured nobody would show up. I didn't even brush my hair. It's all windblown. You guys are fantastic. All right, Philly Flipper. What do you think this is? I don't know if you were here when I was showing it a little bit ago. It's a piece of surveying equipment, like road surveying. I think it was like a retirement gift type of thing. It's like a miniature of a transit level or something like that. It's engraved W&L.E. Gurley, Troy, New York. And that's what it says inside of the box as well. Okay, guys, answer a question for me. Is this mirror imaged for you? I mean, can you read that okay? Because when I'm looking in the monitor, it's flipped. And I don't know because I've not done this before. So you tell me whether you can read stuff I'm showing you or not. But anyhow, I think it was like a retirement gift or something like that. But I'm going to try to sell it and see what happens. This is all stuff that I got. Yes, list it for $50 and see what happens. That's kind of what I thought too, Chandra. But this is all I'm doing show and tell on all of the stuff that I bought at the auction today, an 8-hour auction. So, yeah, I should be exhausted. It is 11 o'clock at night, but, oh, good, Chandra. I'm glad. I was afraid it was showing mirror image, and I don't like that. I'm using my webcam because like I said, didn't think anybody was going to show up, so I didn't do anything fancy. Anyhow, I got, I got to show you a couple of things. These are neat. You guys, I'm vintage, okay? So a lot, not everything, but a lot of what I buy is old. So a friend of mine, actually, the woman that got me started doing this, she had her own store here in town, and it was called Zante Girl Retro. And it was, oh my God, it was a vintage lover's dream come true, this store. It was all 60s, 50s, and 60s furniture. She had some of the coolest stuff. This was years ago. And I met this lady, and we became really good friends. Anyhow, she had to close the store down after a couple of years. It happens. And she actually sells on Facebook, not Marketplace, but she has her own Facebook group that she sells stuff on now. And she got me motivated to start selling on eBay. She told me the other day she had no idea it was going to turn out the way it did, where I quit my job, went full-time doing this, and sell on eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari, and Facebook Marketplace. Oh, and Instagram occasionally. But anyhow, so we still both love vintage items. So there was actually 2 boxes. One box, we were blown out of the water on the bidding. There was no way we were going to get a hold of it. But there was a smaller box that was full of vintage, oh my God, I'm losing the word, vintage aprons. And we were determined to get this box, and we did. We actually got it a lot cheaper than we thought we were going to get it, since the first box went for so much money. I think the first box sold for like $30, which may not seem like a lot, but I had limited funds at this auction, and I was saving up for some things I really wanted. So I didn't want to spend a lot of money on the aprons. Anyhow, the second box, we figured we'd end up spending $10 or $15 on. We ended up getting it for $2.50. $2.50. Yes, it didn't have as many aprons in it, but it still had 8 aprons. So we split it down the middle. She took 4. I took 4. So I'm going to have to stand up and show you these aprons. I love them. I mean, they're not fancy schmancy. They're working aprons. But they're really cute. So I got this floral one, daisy one. I'll show you the pattern. And I want to make sure I don't put these in my cranberry juice that I'm drinking. And then this gingham one with the pocket and the stitching. I love this one. I may end up keeping it. And this is more of a full body type of apron. I mean, your arms go through it. It's probably too small for me because I'm a large woman, but you get the idea. Woo! It does kind of fit me if it would come untucked there. Kind of fits me. But, you know, little old lady stuff, but fun stuff anyhow. Okay, now can I get it off? Yay! Okay. And then I love this one. Again, goes around the neck. Well, watch the glasses. But it's got a few stains and holes, but it's okay. I'm getting too close to the camera for that. Okay. It's embroidered there, and it's got, I've got it backwards here. Sorry. Had it on backwards. It's embroidered really pretty. It's got a flower pocket. Very cool. Like I said, it's got a couple stains. I'm going to work on them. Here's the bottom. I think the bottom's really pretty. But, and can you believe I just dipped it in my cranberry juice? I really did. I really did. Well, the good news is it's coming out. But I want to get it out really quick before it sets in because it's cranberry juice. Lord. Lord. Anyhow. Okay. So I got those. I think I'm going to list a couple of them. online, and I'm going to put a couple in my antique booth. But this was a bonus. We didn't know this was in the box of aprons. Look at this sweet dress, baby dress. It's so cute. Oh my God, I love it. So that is going to go with antique booth because somebody needs to see that in person. But too stinking cute. Okay, I'm not going to show you all the VHS that I got because who cares? It's VHS. Let's see here. I got a mess because I've got cranberry juice everywhere. Gosh darn it. Here, Paul, you can see this other thing that I got. Do you know what this is? Do you have any idea what this is, Paul? Because you're a lot younger than I am. eBay fees. The generic answer that I give people is expect between 10 and 15%. And that includes shipping and taxes. They take fees out of shipping and taxes. So if you're a top-rated seller, your fees are going to be a little bit lower. If you're not, they're going to be a little higher. And different categories are different rates too. So it's kind of a hard thing to just give you a rate. So I always just say between 10 and 15%. I look at it this way because a lot of people be like, that's too high. I look at it this way. They're advertising for you, and they're advertising a lot for you. And if you were to advertise, you would be spending a lot more than those fees to advertise. So that's the way that I look at it. I don't mind the fees at all. Do I like that Facebook Marketplace or shipping on Marketplace is 5%? Yeah. I do like that shipping on Marketplace is 5%. However, you don't have all the protections that you have on eBay. You definitely do not have the support that eBay gives you on Facebook Marketplace. It is extremely hard to talk to someone on Facebook Marketplace when you have a problem, shipping on Marketplace, when you have a problem. A lot of times there's a group, a Facebook group called Shipping on Marketplace. I think that's the name. Pretty sure that's the name. There's a group on there and they monitor, Facebook monitors that group somewhat. So sometimes you can get an answer there. Or likely you cannot. If you have List Perfectly, which I have List Perfectly because I cross-post to multiple platforms, and I love List Perfectly, and no, I don't have a code. I wish I had a discount code for you. If you have List Perfectly, they have a direct line to Facebook Marketplace right now, so you can also ask them questions, and they can try to get the answer for you, which is a very nice perk. But, I don't think Facebook's going to stay 5% either. They're doing it to get the people in there. It's a normal tactic for any type of new business. You give a discount, get people in there, get them loving you, and they're not going to leave when you raise the prices. Yeah, I'm sure that they're going to raise the prices. But I'm enjoying it while it's there. And every once in a while, they'll do a fee-free weekend or shipping-free weekend, and it's nice. I love the shipping-free weekends. I sell so much on there when they're doing the free shipping. I will say, and this is not the question you asked, but let me answer your question really fast, Candy. I'm in Kansas. If you know Lindy Glenn on YouTube, she's a big-time YouTuber or reseller YouTuber, big time. If you know Lindy Glenn, I live 30 minutes from her. And I've never met her, but we do live very close to each other. I live in South Central Kansas, in a very small town. In fact, I will just tell you because I don't have any secrets, and you could find it anyhow because I put location on all my posts and stuff. I am from the hometown of Marianne from Gilligan's Island. True story. Second episode of Gilligan's Island, where they're listening to the radio and finding out that they are lost at sea and not being found. They list that Marianne Mobley is from Winfield, Kansas. That's where I'm from. And she actually came to one of our Winfield celebrations one year, came out carrying 2 coconut cream pies. It was very funny. Dawn Wells. She has actually passed away a few months ago. Do I sell on Poshmark? I do sell on Poshmark. I don't like it. And I haven't listed anything new in months. I don't have the time to babysit my closet, to send out, to share my closet continually every day. I don't have time. And yeah, I know I've just found out there are bots that you can do for that. I've sold 2 items on Poshmark. It's not my favorite platform by any means. And they're expensive. Their fees are worse than eBay's. So no. I was saying something. I don't remember what I was going to say about Facebook Marketplace, but I will list my platforms that I'm on by my favorite to my least favorite. And you already know my least favorite, and that's Poshmark. eBay is still my first love. eBay will always be my first love. The sheer size of the platform, the magnitude, the reach of the platform, you can't beat that. And I don't think, some people are talking about Facebook taking over as the new eBay. I don't think that's going to happen personally. I really don't. I think eBay will shift so that doesn't happen. How they shift, I don't know yet. I don't have a crystal ball, but I don't think eBay's ever going to be beaten. I really don't. So first love is eBay. Second love is Etsy. Actually, Etsy was my first platform. And I knee-jerk reacted to a rumor with Etsy. It was a true rumor, but I didn't get all the information before I knee-jerk reacted. When they started charging sellers for advertising, I thought it was mandatory. And I didn't want to pay that fee. I'm trying to adjust this so we don't have so much glare on my glasses. Dang it. Okay. A little bit better. Maybe. So Etsy was my first platform, and I liked Etsy really well. I really did. But when they came out saying that you were going to have to pay for advertising, whether you wanted to or not, or so I thought, I jumped ship. I said, no, you're not going to force me to pay this. I don't remember how much it was, 15% or something. It was quite a chunk. And I'm like, no, you're not going to force me to do this. I was mad because they were forcing me to do this. So I jumped ship. I went to eBay, fell in love with eBay. I think I didn't start with eBay because I was scared of eBay because it was so big. So I started with Etsy, moved to eBay, fell in love with eBay, love eBay. I don't drink the Kool-Aid. I still have problems with eBay, but I love eBay. So eBay is my first. Etsy is my second. Facebook Marketplace is my third favorite. Mainly because when they first went to shipping on Marketplace, I listed a whole bunch of things that I had on eBay for like a year, and they didn't sell. And as soon as I posted them on Facebook Marketplace, they sold. So I was enamored with Facebook Marketplace at that point. Okay. eBay, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari. I don't love Mercari, but I like Mercari. Mercari's okay. Who am I forgetting? Oh, Poshmark and Instagram. Instagram, I'm not even counting because I've only tried to sell a couple of things from them. It was a new thing that List Perfectly was doing, and I thought, oh, I'll give it a shot. So eBay, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, Poshmark. And like I said, Poshmark's my least favorite because I don't like having to babysit my closet every day. I don't have time to do that. Sorry. A lot of people do really well on Poshmark. This is just my personal feelings. And I'm probably going to get some flack for that because I know people do love Poshmark. And people are very successful on Poshmark. And that's wonderful. I don't like having to take so much time out of my busy schedule. I am a full-time reseller and I don't want to babysit one segment like that for the amount of time that it takes for me to share closet, share closet, share closet, share closet, or share item, share item, share item, share item. If there was one button where you could do that to all of your items, okay, that I could do. And maybe there is. I haven't figured it out, though. So, yeah. There you go. Trying to think. By the way, I didn't explain this. Etsy, it's an option to, you can opt in or opt out of that advertising fee. And I didn't know that when I left. They didn't make that clear. So as soon as I figured out that it was an option, I went back to Etsy and I cross-post to all of those. So yeah, it was just, I knee-jerk reacted and I shouldn't have, or I never would have left Etsy, but it served a good purpose because I never probably would have gone to eBay if Etsy hadn't done that. And I love eBay. So it all worked out. Something to keep in mind if you're thinking about going to Etsy and you haven't, anything you sell that is over $30 asking price, 30 and above, anything over $29.99 is free shipping. You pay that shipping. So if you've got an item that you're selling for $30.99 or $30 even, you better sell it for $45 because you're going to be paying the shipping on that item. So just keep that in mind. It's just a little quirk that Etsy has, and I don't necessarily like it, but I've adjusted to it. But anywho, I did get some other linens and things like that. And a couple of pieces of glassware, but really nothing fancy. More of the nobody's bidding. I can get that for a quarter or 50 cents. I'm going to buy it type of thing. So I will figure out if it's worth anything and I'll list it or I'll put it in my antique booth. I got it right again. But I think I did pretty well. I will tell you, I can tell you exactly to the penny, if I can find the right slip from the auction house. All of this stuff, and like I said, I haven't shown you everything, but all of this stuff came to a whopping total with tax, because they charge us tax, of, as I drop it, hang on a minute, where is it? $41.77. That's what I paid today for all of this stuff. And I know I've got at least $150 to $200 worth of items to sell. So I think it did okay. That is my goal when I resell, is to make at least 4 times what I paid. That's kind of my litmus test. If I can't make 4 times what I'm paying for it, I don't want it. And it evens out. Like this would be for the day. If I can't make 4 times what I paid for the whole lot of stuff, then some items I might lose money on, like those VHS tapes and stuff like that, but they were part of a lot. But anyhow, do you pay premiums at your auctions? Like the auctioneer's percentage type of thing? Not at this auction. This company that we have two local auction houses. And this one does not charge an auctioneer's premium. They just charge sales tax. The other one, I believe, does. I don't go to that one quite as often. And unfortunately, a lot of the time, they have auctions on the same day. So you got to choose one or the other. and I go to this company, and more often than not, because they have more items that I'm interested in, usually. So no, I think one of them does. I don't know if it's probably maybe 5%. Now I know online auctions around here, and during COVID, during the lockdown, I mean, I know we're still in COVID, but you know what I mean. When everything was shut down, our auctions just started up about a month and a half ago. I started doing a lot of online auctions during the height of COVID. And around here, all of the auction houses have a 15% premium. And that kind of hurts sometimes, but you got to take that into account when you're bidding. That's the way I look at it. Got any more questions? We've been on here for an hour. My first live has been a success. I may not have the numbers of Philly Flipper or Jackass Retro or any of those, but 4 people for my first live. I'm thrilled. High bid usually runs 12 to 15. Yeah, I actually have used high bid. I've used equip bid. Trying to think of some of the others. I think those are the 2 main ones that I've used outside of the local online auction sites. But yeah, the local ones around here are all 15%. Oh, thank you, honey. I appreciate that. I'm just thrilled. You guys are going to make me have happy dreams tonight. That's for sure. But yeah, I mean, auctioneer premiums, it's just, it is what it is. I don't hate it because they have a right to get their percentage. They're doing the work. It's like when I list things, I'm doing the work, so I'm making the money. You know, they're doing the work. They need to make a portion of the money too. And honestly, I would rather see the buyer pay the auctioneer that premium than take that premium out of the seller's money, because these are their items they're selling. And a lot of the time, at least around here, these are auctions for deceased family members. Not always, but a lot of the time. And maybe this auction is how they're paying for the funeral. So I don't want to take money out of the seller's pocket. I would rather pay for the auctioneer's premium. My 2 cents. Do I like it? No. But I'd rather buy a $5 item and pay $5. But you know, like I said, I'm lucky this auction house does not charge an auctioneer's premium. So yeah, I guess thinking about it, that does mean that it's coming out of the seller's money. I don't know. It is, I look at it this way. It is what it is. If they charge a premium, they charge a premium. If they don't, they don't. I can't control that. So I don't begrudge them the fee. I just have to remember it exists when I'm bidding. That is very true, because I'll tell you, honest to God, I went into the auction today with $45. And about midway through the auction, because like I said, it was an 8-hour auction, I bought a $2 bowl of chicken and noodles because I was hungry. I bought a $2 bottle of chicken and noodles and a $1 bottle of water. So $3 out of that 45. Do the math. $42. And I spent $41.77. And I wasn't keeping track of what I was buying. I mean, kind of, sort of in my head. I got up there to pay this after the auction and I was sweating. I was like, oh God, I hope I've got enough money, because I had forgotten about the tax. It's like, oh God, I hope I have enough money. I hope I have enough money. And she told me it was $41.77 and I had $42 in my pocket. So I guess I did all right. Anyhow, does anybody have any questions for me, or are we going to close up this live as my hair goes crazy? Not that I don't want to keep talking to you guys, but I thought, an hour is pretty good for a first run. I really do want to thank each and every one of you for showing up. I think Philly's off doing something else. Paul, he has not responded to my questions, but that's okay. He's showing up in here. Got 5. Who just showed up? 5 people in here. Somebody just showed up. Show yourself. Or are you a bot? I know that happens occasionally. I don't know why a bot would come into this live, but Carol, hey, how are you? You guys rock. You guys absolutely rock. My very first live and 5 people. Carol, I just finished doing a show and tell of all the things I got at auction today. Pretty cool stuff, but I'm not going to dig it all back out. I can just give you a quick rundown of a few things. I got this really cool vintage pencil sharpener. I got it because it looks a lot like the one that my dad had in his woodworking shop, but I'm still going to sell it because that's what resellers do. No bots allowed. That's right. That is right. And then I got this cool piece of surveying equipment. I think it's a miniature that was like a retirement gift, but it's a miniature of like a transit transit level or something like that. I'm going to have to do more research, but still pretty cool. Yes, the pencil sharpener, I just fell in love with it. I had to have that. Got a bunch of bowling patches that should bring in some money. Not a huge amount, but more than I paid for it. A lot of this stuff I got for like $1.50, things like that. I got some uranium glass. I got some non-uranium glass. I got some Crocs, some brown Crocs, and not the shoes, the Crocs, and things like that. So I did all right. I had a good day. It was a long day. It was an 8-hour auction. Started 10 a.m., finished at 6 p.m. Long day. Hey, Carol, I've only been doing this about 2 years. And for most of that time, for the first 18 months, I was really part-time. But I've talked to people who have been doing this for 20 years, and you still learn something new every day. And that's part of what I love about it. I love the research. When I was mid-20s, I wanted to be a researcher. Something in a newspaper or magazine. I wanted to do research. So this is right up my alley. I can spend hours researching. In fact, I have to set a time limit for myself on researching an item. And I've gotten it down now. If I can't figure out what an item is in 10 minutes, I set it aside. Or I'd spend all night working on it. So I set it aside. I go back to doing something else, some other item that I can finish and get it listed. Yeah, 8 hours. 8 hours. That's the longest auction I've ever been to. And I was talking to the lady at the concession stand. At one point, it was about 4:30, 5 o'clock. And I told her, I said, this is the longest auction I've ever been to. And she just shook her head. She goes, we've gone to 9 p.m. before. And that's starting at 10 a.m. And I was like, oh my God. I can't imagine being there 11 hours. I talked to one of the auctioneers. It was a father and son auctioneer team. And the son finished the auction. And I actually, the pencil sharpener? No, the bingo set that I got. It was like 2 items from the end of the auction. That's why I was there the whole time. And so when the auction was over, he walked past me and I said, are you glad this is over? Because God, it was so long. That's an awful lot of talking for 2 men to do. And, a lot of loud talking, and the blah, 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 $5, blah, 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 for, yeah, I can't do it. But anyhow, I asked him, I said, are you glad it's over? And he just looked at me. He goes, I just want some silence. I just want some silence. And I got it. It was kind of funny that he said that, though, because as soon as I paid and then came home and I unloaded my car and I brought everything in and I sat down to list, and it was too quiet. I couldn't stand it. I had to start a podcast. I listened to a bunch of different reseller podcasts, and I had to start a podcast because I had had so much noise in my head all day long that it was too quiet in my house. So I listened to podcasts until I started this live. But anyhow, Carol, I hate that you just got here and I'm closing this up, but I think I'm going to. I could talk for another 5 hours, but it is 11:30 at night. My battery on my laptop is going ding, 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 because I forgot I don't have it plugged in. And I want to get a little bit more listed before I go to bed. And I'm not going to do it while I'm doing this live. I found that out. I'm having too much fun reading you guys' comments. I didn't think anybody was going to show. You guys, I love you all so much for that. I mean, man, I just didn't expect it at all. I would have put some makeup on. I would have brushed my hair. I figured nobody would show and I wouldn't publish it. But now I got to publish it. Just to show that you guys care, because that means so much to me. It really, really does. Thank you so much for showing up. Yes, you will catch the next one. There will be a next one. I don't know what it'll be about. It may just be gabbing like this. We'll freestyle it. You never know what you're going to get with Jackass Retro or Philly Flipper. You never know. It just happens. So I'll just wing it. Kind of nice doing that instead of planning out my videos like I try to do. I've got more people. There's another person. Oh my gosh, we got 6 in here. I don't want to close it down when people are just coming in. What was I going to say? Oh, I've got more people in here on this live than watch my videos. And I'm not complaining. I don't care. I mean, I do care, because I'd like to get the watch hours up so that if I hit 1,000 subscribers, I can, start monetizing. I mean, but 7 guys, who's in here? Did somebody send you? Is somebody else live? I haven't checked. You guys know if any of the resellers are live and maybe they're saying something? Because where are these people coming from? Seriously. Guys, shout out who you are when you're coming in. I want to see who's in here. Yeah, you have your notifications on. I do too for a lot of people. I don't on everybody. I need to fix that. I don't show any notifications on my phone. I know you're still here. I'm glad you're still here. Oh. I don't know, but it's showing 7, 6. Okay, somebody went bye-bye. That's fine. Who knows? Because it's a live, it shows up outside of, sometimes shows up in different people's searches and stuff. So it's possible that it's some total stranger that has no idea who I am or what I do. Hi, I'm Gina. I'm a reseller on eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, and sometimes Instagram. I felt like I was forgetting something. So, hey, if you're here and you don't know who I am, now you do. Oh, thank you, Candy. I really appreciate you guys showing up. I am going to shut this down in just a few minutes because I've been live for an hour and almost 14 minutes. Not to beat a dead horse, but I really figured I'd leave it on, go about my work. If after 15 minutes nobody had showed up, I was going to turn it back off. But no, Celestine was in here, gosh, within a minute of me starting the live. I was getting ready to type and work on a listing. I looked over, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's somebody in chat. You guys are so good. You're so great. Anyhow, I don't know who that 6th person was, but he's gone now again, so probably bots. But I want to really thank you guys. Really, thank you guys. You're going to make me cry, in fact. So I'm going to stop that. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. I don't expect you to show up every time I go live, and I don't know how often I'm going to go live. But the fact that you guys did this on my first live, unbelievable and fantastic. So I hope you had fun. I hope you maybe learned a little something about me or about eBay or Etsy or something like that. If you have any suggestions, I don't mind suggestions. I don't mind criticism as long as it's done in a nice way. So, okay, this is really crazy, and I may edit this out before I actually publish this. I've been real cautious about showing my face, and it actually, Paul is the one who talked me into doing this, because I used to, like I said, I used to do craft videos. I was one crafty chick, and I did craft videos. And before that, I just kind of had a channel that, I did whatever on, no real format. And I remember that I did a response video. I don't know if you've been in YouTube for that long, but years ago, you could respond to a video with a video. Can't remember what they all called it, but you could. And I responded to some YouTuber's video. He had done the alphabet, the sign language alphabet, and he had done something with it. And I replied to him in sign language, because I used to be pretty good at sign language. I don't remember it. This was so many years ago. And I replied to it. And I thought it would be fun. No big deal. Internet trolls. Okay, I think I've got this live video listed as not for kids. Internet trolls are bitches. They can be real bitches and bastards. And when I posted that video, and I can't even remember what YouTuber I was sending it to, but a bunch of people got on my channel and found another video of mine and began replying and making comments. And the one that sticks out, I've got pretty thick skin. But the one that I've never been able to forget, and the one that made me hide my face, was, "You're so fat and ugly, why don't you shoot yourself in the head?" I kid you not. I'll never forget it, word for word. "You are so fat and ugly, why don't you shoot yourself in the head?" That was from a total stranger. Of course, I guess it would have been worse if it had been from somebody I know. So I started off, you'll look at my little YouTube picture. It's not a picture of me. It's a picture of my logo. And that's part of the reason why. I know I'm fat. I don't care. I am who I am. I have grown a lot since those comments, but those comments just about destroyed me. And it was only one, but that was the worst one. There were a lot of them. Just a whole group of them got together and came to my channel, and I was so excited. I was getting all these comments, and then I started reading them. Juvenile behavior, and I know that, but it still hurt. It still hurt. So anyhow, that is why I've been reluctant to show my face. A lot of my reseller videos, you'll see for a while there, I never showed my face. I showed the screen. I did a lot of screenshots and stuff like that. So, oh yeah, exactly. When they're anonymous, they think they can say whatever they want because nobody's going to know it's them. Yeah. And I can look at it now. I've grown a lot. That was many years ago. I can look at it now and go, assholes. Don't care. They don't know me. But when that first happened, they could come do it now. In fact, they might, since I put it on this live. They can come do it now. It's not going to bother me at all. But I still remember how I felt when I read that. Comment. And yeah. So that's why I've been a little bit camera shy. And I guess I got over it today because, like I said, I didn't even brush my hair before I did this. I didn't even put my false tooth in there. No, I wish I had a false tooth. When you're reselling, sometimes you don't have dental insurance. Just saying. Someday, hopefully I'll get that fixed, but not anytime soon. I just don't care. I really don't. And people are honest, people are mean. Also, people are just very upfront and in your face. I don't feel anything, so I say things to get attention. Yeah, I agree. And I look at it like this. This is what I got. It's all I am. I can't change overnight. And if they're such assholes, why would I want to change for them anyway? Just be who you are. Yes, preach it. I totally agree with you. Thank you, Chandra. I totally agree with you. God, how old was I? This has been, now that I think about it, this has been at least 15 years ago, because I live in St. Louis. I lived in Illinois. I lived in Springfield, Illinois when this happened. So, and I was in the apartment. So yeah, it would have been about 15 years ago. I was in a different headspace back then. I'm a lot older and a lot wiser, and I've got a lot thicker skin, and I just don't give a damn. Like you said, I am who I am. If you don't like it, don't watch me. You know? But that's the thing. If they didn't like it back then, they shouldn't have watched me. They just were getting, okay, pardon me, they were getting their rocks off for the hell of it at someone else's expense. And I know that. But I've also had 15 years to get over it. So, anyhow, I will try not to be camera shy anymore. You guys have made it very easy tonight. Oh my God, so easy. There have been a couple times at Jackass Retro that Matt has offered to let me come on with him, and I haven't because of that. I think Paul is the same way. I think he's asked me a couple times, or said, put the link in there and said, hey, anybody who wants to come on can. And I've gone, no, I'm not going to. Next time, I'm going to. And you guys have made that happen. You guys are fantastic. Oh my God. I said I was going to get off this live like almost half an hour ago. I'm going to. It is 11:41 at night, Central Standard Time, Central Daylight Time. I don't know which it is. And it's time for me to take some meds and go to bed. But, thank you. Can't wait for your next live. Thank you so much, Chandra. I don't know when it'll be. It might be 2 weeks from now. It might be tomorrow. If I get bored. I'm going to try not to go live when some of our fellow resellers are live. I checked. At least none that I'm subscribed to were live. So I thought, what the heck? Of course, I'm not subscribed to everybody, but if I do go live sometime and you guys see me and you're in somebody else's live, pop over here and tell me, hey, there's another live going on. I'll back off. I'm cool with that. So anyhow, everybody have a wonderful night, a wonderful Sunday tomorrow, and a glorious Monday, because we all love Mondays. And I will catch you the next time. Thank you so much for showing up. You've made my night. I'm going to sign off with a little saying that I sign every one of my listings at the end with this, and it's just the way I am. So you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy life. Happy shopping. Bye-bye.